You're old, groaning like a geezer.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why I hate Godzilla. All right. Welcome, everybody. It is time once again for Graybeard'S Studio. This is episode 95, and you guys have defied all my sensibilities and picked Thunder Thighs, the king of the monster, Godzilla. And this is like as bad as when I had to draw Sailor Moon. I mean, it's just like, I don't even know what to do here, but we'll figure it out. Let's bring in the guy that actually is responsible for, partially responsible for me getting stuck with Godzilla, David Williams. Hello, David.
Make America great again.
Did you listen to his speech last night?
I'm going to tell you about my speech right now. We're going to make America great again. Not so much for all the sissies out there, but it's going to be great for the rest of us.
That's right. The real men and women to make this country great. All righty. There you go. Black MAGA is in the house. Here's a guy about as far away from being black as you possibly could be. It's Gary Martin. Hey, Gary.
Aaron, remember that to steal ideas from one person is called plagiarism, but to steal from many is called research.
As long as I footnote it, is that right? I like that. That's good. That's right. That is good. I like that. So is Joe Biden a plagiarist or a researcher? Because he's been doing it for 30 years or more.
Good question. Good question.
Mm-hmm. Here's a guy who likes to answer questions. But we never like his answers. It's Dan Lawless. There he is. Hey, Dan.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Look, you're just skipping Thanksgiving, right? And going right to Christmas. Mr. Holiday, man.
Yes. Well, Christmas came early, my friends, last week.
Okay. That's true. It did indeed.
Well, I thought, what could we get? I was saying online, what can we get Andy Smith for his birthday? And so I had this idea, and I said, hey, everyone, if you're looking for gift ideas for Andy Smith, he really, really wants Trump to be president. So go out there and get the best for him.
Yeah.
And they all did. Apparently, it was a great gift, and he's very happy today.
Yeah, I was sweating bullets. I watched Charlie Kirk's live stream on YouTube, which was way better than any news channel ever. They broke down every district and what it leaned and all these different things. It was really good and informative. And we're sweating there. Why the New York Times going 70% chance that he takes Pennsylvania, 80% chance, 90%. We're like, that's all he needs, And but then I couldn't get the cheating out of the back of my mind. So I stayed up like way late to watch and make sure there wasn't any like early morning drops in Pennsylvania or something that were unexplained. And thankfully, thank the Lord, there wasn't any. And
it probably was.
So, well, they were saying,
yeah, but they weren't enough.
They were saying at that point that Trump was ahead, like around 100,000 votes, give or take, and that they sent out 1,200,000 ballots to Democrats, and only 1 million came back. So there was still 200,000
that didn't
waiting, and it's like, okay, they're going to drop that, But
they never did.
But they didn't.
What was that? What'd you say, Black MAGA?
Too late.
Oh. It was too big to read.
Well, the funny thing is, it turned out that he didn't even need Pennsylvania, right? I mean, with Wisconsin, and apparently it looks like he's going to take Arizona, and Nevada was a shocker.
And he's got Michigan.
Yeah, well, almost. I mean, that's tight. Michigan's really, really tight. I think there's just
I think they've decided. I think it's decided. Michigan.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I think AP said it was.
Oh, well, if the AP said it, and they don't want to say stuff like that, so it must be true.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
All right. Let's see who's in the chat. Coram is here. He says Gojira. I don't know what that means. Actually, I do know what it means, but
Godzilla.
Godzilla. Coram, can you draw that hot alien chick from Planet X, or is it Godzilla only? I don't even know who he's talking about. Creative Face, he said, go with the 1998 redesigned version. That was a horrible movie, but I did kind of like the Godzilla design. Skull Nasher, anyone that draws that version loses automatically. Oh, so there's already a fight in the chat. Sequential Treasures is here. Both Trump and Godzilla won. Maybe the world is not totally insane. Henry Jeremix here. Robert the Bruce. Spambot. Repairman Jack. JV Stylor is here. Duck Bacon joining us. Hey, look, it's Dan, the Pizza Man Genovese. We haven't seen him in a while. Dan, thanks for joining us.
We missed you, Dan.
Aaron should do Mecha Godzilla. He loves technology, says Pastmaster Dan. That's the only thing I hate worse than Godzilla is Mecha.
Is technology.
Any kind of technology. Dang computers. Torchbearer Studios is here.
You draw Mega Godzilla riding a motorcycle.
Oh my gosh. Could you imagine? Randy Howell, it says Aaron, has the wailing in Portland stopped yet? I can just, it's like the who's and who, I can barely hear it just echoing over the, no, they haven't burned the city to the ground yet. So that's good. Pantheon
they really are not organized this year. I mean, you think they would be on that right away,
Well, my inside sources, and I actually do have some, said that the police had broken up the Antifa cells in Portland and just they infiltrated them and broke them up.
Oh, really? I've not heard that.
Yeah. So apparently they're not really active here anymore, but we shall see. Heat Miser.
They come from other parts of the country, though.
Well, yeah. Do they want to bust in and burn this city? Maybe they want to go into Chicago and burn Chicago. I mean, there's a lot of Democrat city options to burn down. So I'm sure that
that's true. Why
they're mapping it out right now.
Yeah.
They tried Detroit. Detroit didn't have any. Wouldn't let any of that shit go down. It was great.
Black Manga. If you had any city to choose from that you could burn down, what city would it be? I think Black Manga's eating lunch.
Black MAGA, not Black Manga.
That was for you.
That's why I didn't answer. I was like, who's Black Manga?
And I knew Aaron was going to jump on that one. Black Manga.
Oh, Matthew Muma is here. We said Duck Bacon. Okay, who else we got? How to Draw Comics by Dan Lawless is here.
Really?
That's good to know. N2 Paints is joining us. Toshiro, Thunder Thighs and Cat Lips. Oh, God. Isn't that the truth? Marcus Killigrew, the purveyor of all things pop culture knowledge, is here. Randy Arrington, Lone Star Viper, Daniel Russell, Nicholas Gear, not to be confused with Richard Gere, but I don't think. Eric Wart is here. Stealth X5. Let's see who else. Byron Smith. How many times will Alo bring up Godzilla's thighs today? I think I'm already over 5, aren't I? I don't know. Neil Orr is here. He says it's going to be a jubilant show. I will catch it on the flip side. Be good all. Okay, Neil. We'll be looking for you in reruns.
See, that describes Graybeard in one word. Jubilant.
Retreads maybe is
like an old word.
Space Monkey. Is Shane Davis coming on? You can't have a Godzilla episode without Shane. He is not coming on because I was too preoccupied this week with packing up Kit Carter books and shipping them out that I didn't even think about getting a guest star. But we have a full house today, so we're good. We will get Shane on here though, I promise. Jimmy Reyes Art is here. Did Jimmy vote? Let's all hope Jimmy vote. Texas did really well. So Michael Bowers is here. Stealth X5 says hello for $2. And he changed his avatar to Batman, to a Gary Martin Batman, I think, isn't it?
Yep.
Look at that. Grifter's here. Pity Maw is joining us. That's good to know. Let's see. Angela Chocolates Curry is joining us. Eric N. Boy. Go Godzilla versus Werewolf Arms. That is a shot at me, and when you take a shot at me, you get a shot right. There you go. So, yeah, let's see here. There's a. All I do is. Oh, I'm not going to read that. You filthy. Dad's Den of Pop Culture is here. Joseph Wolf, Ronan, Carbon Dioxide, K. Roberts. Let's see here. Elemental MJ is here. Omar Comics. I'm reading so many names. Dan left. The Green Laser, but I want you guys all to feel included. Sean Allen, Joe Bernardo. Green Laser, I should set your book out. Bloody Drake is here. And yeah. Mm-hmm. I think I got everybody. Ooh, Travis Perrick, thank you so much for $5. Dan got my Agents of Law books.
Oh,
What
really?
were your thoughts of Ian Adkins' inks, and how come you didn't pencil issue 6 of the series?
I don't know if this fell apart. I think I went somewhere else. I don't know. Something happened where, yeah, and I was kind of glad though, because that had the Predator in it. Man, I did not want to draw the Predator. It just didn't belong in the story we were doing.
Well, plus he's hard to draw.
Yeah, but also I didn't like. I thought they were killing that.
We're
story.
buying that is for storytelling reasons. Why you didn't like him in the book?
Well, that's true. Both are true. Really. But I loved Ethan Akins, Ian Akins, Ink's favorite inker of my inkers ever inked.
Yeah,
stuff.
Really?
He's good.
Good.
Yeah, absolutely. Because the thing about comics that was so frustrating for me, and one of the reasons I even ended up leaving it was, I would draw something and I'd get something back that I didn't recognize. And with Ian, I drew it and it was either what I did or even a little better. That's what the kind of inker you want, And so I was so happy with his work. I was just delighted. And that was the difference when you're looking at Marvel and DC and Dark Horse. Dark Horse is like, who do you want? We'll find an inker for you. You know what I'm saying? They're really way better at accommodating you and working with you. It was just a different environment completely.
It's such a nice feeling to get like inked pages back and you actually like them and look good.
Yeah, I still have a lot of them because they're so good.
Man, I can't tell you how many times I got pages back from Gary and I was like, oh my gosh. The problem was he was sitting like 3 desks away from me. He's like, Gary, looks great. And I'm just like, oh, kidding. I kid because I care. Dennis,
you got to cannibal yourself.
Here. Yeah. Dennis Rodriguez is here. He is someplace in Europe, and he sent me a message to remind me to do something, which I wrote down, Dennis, so I won't forget. So when you forgot, I will do whatever you ask me to do because I wrote it down and I have it down in front on the shipping station.
Except you forgot where your notepad is.
Yeah, exactly. But if Amanda B, it's just an honor to be nominated. Amanda, thank you so much. He's a Munster is here. Deb Koth Schnelly is joining us. Henry Jeremek, Dark Shadow Logan. Boy, do we have a lot of people. Iodine 74, Sleeping Psychopathy, Jim Alaska. I sent your books out, Jim. Also known as Baked Alaska. Randy Howell for $2 Canadian. Draw Trumpzilla and hold an immediate auction.
Dang, you just took my idea.
Oh, Matt Watt is here. Sean Willett's Bullet. Jimmy Owens. Hey, Jimmy. Thanks for joining us. I think we've got everybody. Okay. Omar Comics says, does Dan ink his pieces on this show? I love his pencils still. No, you don't, do you?
No. I don't know how to ink. I don't know what inking is.
John without an H says, Brohawk's Godzilla is going to have that big old booty. Probably.
Now, here's a question I have. Is Godzilla a female? Because got the hips and did have a child, but no father. So
that's right. Where did Godzuki come from?
Yeah.
He was blowing smoke rings. Remember that?
Yeah. Maybe, what was it? Gamera got around or something. That turtle hat came out of that shell there.
Oh, it's going to be one of those shows. Okay. Black Maga, do you have anything you want to share with us?
Nope.
Okay, Gary.
Nothing?
Look at this.
I'm working on that thing for something for Ethan that I can't show. But
okay.
I'll show something later. But ooh, look at that. God.
Ooh. That's nice. You got splatter and
Wow.
cross hatching in there.
Yeah, this was like a complete experiment. I was going to do the whole thing in splatter. And then I splattered the face, the mouth and the eyes. And I'm like, you know what? There's no way I'm going to splatter the rest of this.
This just sounds wrong.
Yeah, he's like a splatter all over.
Yeah, I know. I
didn't intend to splatter.
I'm going to say splatter as much as I can.
Here's why I ran out of splatter. I just couldn't do it anymore. Had to go rehydrate.
So yeah, after drinking a gallon of Gatorade, I was back splattering.
Oh my goodness!
And so I got to the point where I wasn't real happy with how it was turning out, and I almost abandoned it. I almost threw it away.
I love
Really?
it. The leather is so it's interesting. You got some texture in the top of the leather. That's different.
I really like her face though. I really like her face on this. So obviously you did too, and you didn't bail. You kept working on it.
Well, I wasn't as happy with the face as I had intended, and so that's why I was thinking, if I don't hit a home run with the face, then the piece is not going to work. And so I rarely do this, but I seriously considered throwing it away. And doing something else.
Well, I'm glad you did.
But you know what? I'm half finished. Another half a day or whatever, and I should be done with it. Let me just finish it and see what happens. And then it ended up turning out better than I was expecting. So I posted it on Twitter, and usually, like the stuff that's popular that I post on Twitter, as an example, that Travis Charest piece that I posted got 300 likes and 3,000 views. So that's good for me, those kinds of numbers. This Catwoman got 1,000 likes and 20,000 views.
There you go.
So I was dead wrong. This ended up, better than I was expecting.
No, I really like the face on this. I think it's really, really sharp.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I'm thinking about using splatter more often.
Oh, well, we can't have Malin back on. He'll lose his crap.
Well, she's got. I think she's got personality. That's what it is in this picture.
I think it's all in the eyes. If you cover up the mouth and the nose, yeah. And then I've been working on. Here's a little update. I've been kind of picking at a project, so I've gotten serious with it. I've written the plot for 100 pages, and I redid the cover.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, look at that.
This is Astrogal.
Is that what we're going to call her now?
Yep, that's the official title. One word, Astrogal.
Astrogal.
And this is the story that I'm going to be working on. I still have some nuts and bolts to finish up, but
did you consider Astro Babe? Was that ever? Did you think about that?
No, Aaron, I did not. Consider Astro Babe.
Astro Chick, perhaps, maybe. No,
Astro Chick, no. Astro rolls up.
Astro
Kid? It's one word. It rolls off the tongue.
Astro Carter, maybe.
Why is everybody constantly ripping me off? No.
Well, this is the difference between me and Aaron is that it's more dramatic. There's a little humor in it, but it's mostly serious.
Better.
Hey.
That's what Gary was thinking.
No. The critics are raving. Come on now.
Well, it's hard to avoid some of the stuff. I mean, superheroes, sci-fi. Barbarian. I mean, you can't really. You don't have that many choices, really, when you think about it.
Right. How about Astro Maid? She can clean.
So she can clean up the rocket ship when I'm done splattering.
Let's see. 2N Paint says, I got a book coming. It's called Cat Larder. Oh, Cat Curder from Dennis. There's a lot
of like a Kamala supporter.
There you go. Astro Wench. That would work. That's okay. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Geek Avenger for $5. We dodged a bullet last night, keeping that 304 out of the White House.
Oh, that was
Yep.
so. I was,
Yeah.
I just so. As you guys are too. You're freaking out, kind of, But turned out great.
It did. I feel pretty good. Because there's a lot of stuff weighing heavy on my shoulders, and one of them was the election. And now that's gone, so I'm feeling a little bit lighter right now. Marcus Kilger says he created Kitty Nova in 1997. So apparently, Space Chicks is not a new thing. Actually, I know it isn't because I used Dave Stevens? Remember that Dave Stevens cover for what was the Pacific Comics title back in like '83 or whatever? The Space Girl with the bubble helmet, Space Girl on it.
Yeah. Vixens or something like that.
No, not that one. It was just her on the cover, like kind of on some rocks or something. But anyway, that, and then if you, I can't find the piece. I've been looking forever, but there was an advertisement that Bill Stout did for like a comic company and like the American Comic Book Company or something like that. And it had this space girl that kind of looked like Marilyn Monroe, and she was standing here with her arms out like this, and she had the bubble helmet, and then plus all the EC stuff. So it was like all that stuff kind of, fed into the creation of Kit Carter. So it's, I don't think Alien Worlds. There it is. Brent Mackey. Thank you very much. Creative Face says, I'm doing a Western called Ghost of God. I'm telling you. Oh, wait a minute. David's got something. Can I show this? I assume I can.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Beautiful.
Great.
Yeah, she's happy.
She's very happy because she's got superpowers and she can fly. Why wouldn't she be happy?
Yeah.
I assume that's a commission or something?
Yeah, a well overdue commission that I gotta.
What's she holding?
I at first I was gonna have it be like underneath a car, like she's lifting a car, but I'm gonna make it like a rocket instead, and she's saving Metropolis.
Okay. Yeah, both would be good.
Yeah. That groovy 50s vibe. Give it one of those, that rocket and that old globe back there for. I love that.
She's a happy hero. Oh, she's saving the planet. Wow, she's so happy about it.
Camera movement, sound effects. He's making it come to life.
That's it. That's all I got.
That's nice, though. Dan, do you have anything?
Oh, hang on a second. I thought I'd just show what I did last week that I colored. Hang on a second.
Yeah, let's see it.
Who you calling colored?
Can I ever be safe?
Not with Black MAGA in the room.
And Dan, David's in a good mood, so watch his step.
That's right. Anything could he could say anything at any time.
All right, here it is. Hang on. There it is. My prophet.
Ooh,
I like that. Burr, is he cold?
that's what I was gonna say.
It's cold steel coming out of that thing.
Oh, I thought it was. Isn't that rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat? I don't know.
I don't know. Brr, I'm trying to figure that.
I got you. All right.
I don't know.
Fabulous.
What's a good like massively? You're firing a lot of bullets. What's a good sound effect for that?
There aren't any.
Because remember, because like in the Sergeant Rock comics, you'd have the American guns went butter 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 butter, and the Japanese went ack 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 ack.
I don't know.
Yeah, I've done war comic stories and did some research on machine gun sound effects, and they all sound stupid.
No, that's nice, Dan. Although when you start dissecting superheroes, and you're like, why would that dude wear a purple costume?
I gotta talk to Rob about that.
Yeah, what did Rob say? Oh, you said gotta talk to Rob.
Yeah, you had to take the issue up with him.
We didn't really think about it, when you're reading comics, like what color they were. But then when you get a single illustration like this, you kind of look at it, you're like, why would a tough guy like that with a big old gun wear purple? I don't know.
He's purple's religious. I don't know. He's a prophet.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
Purple's royal.
It's like a boy named Sue scenario. He's doing it to toughen up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I did actually. I mean, I grayed down that purple quite a bit, so it's not an intense purple, but
No, I'm not. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be making fun of you. I'm
Oh
not
no, it's fine.
I
I
just-
don't care. Whatever.
But you didn't design the character. I just think it's curious when you see these guys wear, some of these
Yeah,
superheroes
don't do
wearing
purple characters or
gaudy
pink.
colors.
Pink
Well,
or purple.
Of course, Galactus is in purple, and you're not going to say anything to him, probably.
The only way it works is like something like Phantom, where you've got black and purple, like together. That kind of,
Hey,
if you mix it with a graphic like that.
Dude, don't get me started on the Phantom. How is that guy wearing spandex out in the middle of the jungle? It's got to be like 100 degrees out there with about 90% humidity. I just never understood that. Why that character was put in the jungle.
I don't know, man.
See, these are questions.
Could be some kind of new material, man.
Well, okay. You say so.
They make these space age materials now that you can keep you cool.
I don't know. Dude, there's a lot of nostalgia for the Phantom, and I do not share it. I thought that character was lame from the very first time I saw it as a kid. I'm like, why is this guy running around?
The Phantom could have been cool, but he was never handled properly.
Yeah, I agree.
Get him out of the jungle, take those stripy underwears off, and maybe we can start working on something here.
No, the stripy is his character, I think. I think he's got a lot of potential.
The stripy underwear is what makes him cool, Aaron.
Is that what? Okay, so
Exactly.
I'm missing. So,
Well, you got to have, in making a character, you got to have like a blend of weird and then at the same time familiar.
yes, I agree.
It kind of blends it together, and like Doc Savage, he was I think he sold because he had that weird widow's peak or whatever you call it.
Yep.
And people said that's weird, and they bought it, and then just of course in the original source he didn't have that strange haircut, but
Right. Well, James Bama created that.
Yep.
The book cover series, because they said they wanted it. He did the painting originally with just regular hair, and they said, "Oh, we need something more sci-fi looking," and so he gave him that kind of cap widow's peak thing.
Yeah, the original magazines, he has just got hair, regular hair.
Didn't they later say that was a helmet?
Yeah, they wrote it in that way, that it was some sort of protective helmet for him. Yeah. Hey, there's Katie Did. She says, "Hello, y'all." So
Hello,
she
y'all.
included everybody for once. That's
Yeah, Katie, get ready to compliment Aaron repeatedly.
Well, I'm just saying that it's nice that she included everybody for once, but since I'm the host of the show, it'd been nice if you said, "Hey, Aaron," and the rest of you guys would have been probably nicer.
So I'm just one of the group now. I'm just one of the peasants here.
You're Joan Rivers.
I'm downgraded, man. Favorite nation status is gone.
I think he's graduated to Jay Leno at least.
Well, yeah, well, maybe if I feel the need at some point, because the guy who gets listed last on the credits has to have that, so and so as, it's like Ricardo Montalban as Khan. He's the last, but he's got to have the extra bit so he feels first, even though he's
I'll
last.
take Khan. That'd be good. Yeah. What? So, I even forgot the joke. What's the joke with Joan Rivers?
She was the guest host for Johnny Carson for years on the Tonight Show, and so you were guest hosting for Kelsey. God rest his soul. And
what? Do you know something that we don't know?
I just spirit.
I don't know. He's disappeared. Will we ever see Kelsey again? I just don't know. I hope we see Kelsey again. We're coming up, you guys, on the 100th episode. We're gonna have to do something special to be.
Have you thought about what you're gonna do?
No, I better start thinking about it though.
Yeah.
So we're in November, so it'll be right around Christmas. Close to Christmas, so it'll be a jolly good time for everyone.
Could you hire the Rockettes to kick behind you? Actually,
my daughter, who is a dance major at college, and she was in a dance studio before, obviously when she was, since she was a little girl up to, through high school and everything. And one of her friends actually is now a Rockette. And has been for a couple of years. So
I saw that show when I was living in New York, the Radio City Music Hall Christmas show with the giant tree and the Rockettes. It was extremely entertaining.
Well, there you go.
We could do that for the 100th. We could do a Rockettes kick routine.
Oh my gosh!
Who's we?
Yeah,
Dan,
who's this?
Dan, who's we? You got somebody in your room?
And we just go like this, on this.
Byron Smith says Brian, I keep saying Byron, sorry. Brian Smith says some say that Kelsey phases between dimensions. That's a kind of a Bigfoot thing, and it could be.
Oh yeah, like
Creative-
a $6 million man.
Yeah. It says Creative Faye, Kelsey's birthday is this month.
Is it?
I guess so. So happy birthday, Kelsey, whenever it is. All
He
right.
only phases between dimensions when he's high.
but the rest of us can't see it, right? It's like he's just sitting there. He's like, no, man, I'm going back and forth in dimensions. Like, really? I
Look
don't
here, man. I'm just phasing, man.
Man, Creative Faye just put me in my place, man. Boom.
What did she say there? Is she being mean? Do I have to put her in
Yeah,
timeout?
what did I do wrong? I thought I was doing so well.
Where is she? I don't see what did she
My
say?
life.
Can you read it to us? Would it be too hurtful?
Dan, you're at the bottom of the pyramid. Deal with it.
Oh wow, that's she's just
All
laying
right.
it out, man. You got to
Yeah,
speak the
that's
truth.
the chat has spoken.
You've
How
gotta
come no one ever says deal with it when they're complimenting someone?
Yeah, man, you're
Dan,
awesome.
you're so good looking. Deal with it.
Yeah, that doesn't happen. Yeah.
Hey, I want to remind everybody to hit the like and subscribe button if you have not done so already. It helps the channel grow and allows us to pay big money to get good guests on the show. Not really, but we still appreciate it if you'd hit the like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And before we get drawn here, let's take a quick look at a couple of campaigns because, gosh darn it, I've just got to do it. First one is All About Me. Wraith of God 3, Fear Hollow. I think we're over.
Deal with it.
Yeah, deal with it. Deal with these numbers. We have to get up to 1,000 backers in 4 days. Come on, we can do it, folks. Yeah, because this big closeout on Sunday.
Wow, there's so many campaigns happening. Like
I know it's craziness, but a lot of good stuff on here. This one promises to be
that one. I love that one.
Issue. Thank you, Dan. Issue
Yeah,
you don't want to miss.
The head. I like them all.
That's so good.
I'm getting this one. Oh wait,
I like them all.
I'm getting all of them.
But I definitely like the head one the most.
Yeah.
And this, I have to say, this one is excellent too. I'm kind of torn between those two. I mean, I could go either way. Both.
I like the dangling head better than the Stevens cover.
Yeah. Well, I think this one is just so. It's so beautiful.
So you're going right here, huh?
This one's fun, and then the one Stevens is just beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, he did a great job on this. Like, not.
Yeah, I meant to get both.
I figured out what the Headless Horseman is saying at the Stevens cover.
Oh, right here.
Yeah.
What is it?
Hey, you kids, cut that out.
Yeah. So should I put that? Do you think I should put that word below? Hey, you kids, cut that out.
I think that's it for sure, man.
Oh,
just a pissed off dad.
You'll find the link in the description of this video if you'd like to go and back that. And you should all feel good about backing now because the economy is going to improve very quickly.
Yeah, you'll be rolling the dough, man.
Yeah. So get back there and get out there and back. Also, let's take a look at Fearsome by our good friend David Williams and Ethan Van Sciver. We like to call it EBS because it uses less oxygen. This has got some really cool stuff. Look, you can get there's a David cover, a Ethan cover, a Shane cover. There's an Aaron cover in there someplace. I think on the second issue or something. I don't know. Look at this groovy artwork by David and who's the colorist again? God, why can't I remember his name? He's so good.
Right.
Jason Wright.
Jason Wright. Yeah,
he's good.
I'm gonna have to finagle him to color in Wraith of God 3, I think. So anyways,
I want to read this story so bad. It looks so interesting.
Yeah. And David's storytelling is just really, really cool.
Yeah, that's the thing is that when you got good storytelling, when I can see it and I can follow it just by look. I don't even need the words, just you can see the pictures.
Mm-hmm. So this looks really, really good, you guys. If you haven't backed it yet, get over there and do it. It's in demand right now. Again, you'll find a link in the description of this video. Also, you will find a link for Dan Lawless's YouTube channel where he does tutorials and shows you young kids how to draw. So you want to get and check that out. A lot of good stuff on there. And I got nothing for Gary yet, but soon we'll have this massive graphic novel we'll be pushing. And also my website, check that out. Lots of good stuff on there. There's a link in the description for that as well. All right. So I guess, are we drawing Godzilla or is it anything Godzilla related? David, how did you?
Godzilla, you said Godzilla. You promised Godzilla. The people showed up for Godzilla. Deliver Godzilla.
Yeah,
David, what are you thinking?
It'll be a big giant kaiju.
I don't even know what that means.
A monster. A big
Okay.
Monster.
Can we speak English on this show, please?
Yeah. you like turned into Jules from Pulp Fiction. English, do you speak it?
I'm gonna change your title to Black Manga here in a minute if you don't quit using that crap on
So
me.
any of the Godzilla monsters count? So like Mothra?
Yes.
Okay, what about those two little Japanese girls that
What about
sing
the
the
smog
Mothra theme
monster?
song?
Can I draw the smog monster?
No, there's no smog monster.
There was a smog monster.
There was?
Yes, Godzilla
Yeah,
versus the
there was.
smog monster. You didn't see that?
I don't remember.
Yeah, that's
No.
probably the worst Godzilla film.
Well, and
Godzilla
that's
versus Smegma.
how do you?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
You know, maybe the worst Godzilla film was the one with Michael Broderick, because not that it was a pretty good movie, but it wasn't Godzilla.
No, here
It
we
was
go.
a different creature. You know, they call it Godzilla.
It's schmagma, David.
Oh.
Schmag, like
Oh.
magma.
Sounds kind of Jewish or something.
These are on their way, folks, and so are these. So I am shipping them as fast as I can. Okay, so what if I redesign Godzilla because I hate the way Godzilla looks? Is that
Nope.
fair?
There's
Well,
another
we
character.
have to know it's
There's
Godzilla.
another character.
You guys are anti-Godzillites.
I hate Godzilla, dude. Look I loved him when I was like 5, and then I grew out of it. Okay, he looks like he's a lizard cat with thunder thighs. What am I supposed to do with that?
By 6, you
Oh,
hate
come
it.
on. The movie, draw at least the new movie ones. The new movie ones are cool, man.
I'll try him.
Yeah, he's not so pear-shaped in the newer
He
version.
technically could draw King Kong because they're in the same movie. If you wanted to do that.
Oh, that. See, this is false advertising for the people showing up, though.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, that's true. I feel. Oh, look at this. Hellraiser's backing me up. Smog Monster, aka Hedorah.
There you go.
There you go. So I have to draw. To me, I'm going to draw Godzilla because, gosh darn it, I've got to face my fears. And I've done manga more than once on this show. Now I've got to get rid of Godzilla. Hopefully, I'll be able to avoid Atari Force in the future. But hey, you guys called it. I'm going to do it.
And you'll come out on the other side a better man.
Will I?
Well,
You gotta push yourself.
Did you guys see that? You guys all saw the new Godzilla movie, right?
Which one? Oh,
Yeah.
Like the latest one, you know?
Yeah.
There's Godzilla -1 I saw that.
Yeah.
I didn't see the one with the new with King Kong.
Well, no, not that one. Yeah, the Japanese one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was good.
It was the best Godzilla movie I'd ever seen.
Yep.
Which isn't saying much, but the one thing about that movie is it only could have been better if they'd left Godzilla out of it. Then you would have had a movie.
Wow, that's some
Well,
serious
that's-
hatred. There.
That's the title. -1 is minus Godzilla.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I was hoping for. I said I didn't come to see Godzilla +1.
Because they couldn't call it Godzilla minus Godzilla. So they called it -1.
Hey, Katie's asking about my Christmas decoration. Says I'm one of those folks, aren't I?
Katie,
Well-
why do you focus so much on Dan when you should
No,
be
she's
focusing on me?
give me a slam.
I think she's trading up and she's picking on Dan today.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. Get you even, get it around. But here's the thing: is the day after Halloween, I put all my Halloween decorations away and I bring out a Christmas tree, and it's purposeful because I want to drive any residual evil spirit away. So,
Okay.
So
So
the
you let
shiny
all
light arise and it drives away the darkness.
I was going to say, wait a minute. You let all these evil spirits in your house for Halloween, but now you have to sort of exorcise them.
Yeah. Just because I gotta do that to get the candy. You know,
It's all about the
you got-
candy, man.
if you got to invite an evil spirit to get candy, you got to invite other.
Yeah,
You know.
you gotta do what you gotta do.
Oh, yeah, I got to draw. Hang on a second.
Oh, speaking of candy, I did an update for Halloween. Remember I said I was going to put the bowl out?
Yeah, I did.
I checked on it after I heard a couple of trick-or-treaters, and it was empty already.
Same thing happened to me. I was out for 30 minutes and the bowl was empty. And I was like, those rotten kids. And I know there wasn't that many. And I put a sign out.
Yeah, so did I.
2 apiece, please.
So did
And
I.
they
So
just-
next year, I'm gonna put the bowl out with a sign, but the bowl's gonna be empty, and I'm gonna keep the candy for myself.
You know, I actually thought of that because I was like, who would know?
I like that.
No one would know
Yeah, I like it.
except me and you know who.
You could say like suckers or something, you know.
I don't think they would get the irony.
Well, it was raining and there wasn't that many kids out. And so that's how I knew that I got, candy robbed again.
Yeah, well, put a sign out that just says, "Take one, please," and then they see the empty bowl and they'll know.
I'm gonna leave one piece of candy in there.
Yeah,
Take
take
one.
please. Yeah. Okay, I got a plan for next year.
I don't like this creature. I'm not even using reference.
Remember, Aaron, you're challenging yourself.
Well, Gary, do you have a ring cam or something like that? You could like talk to him like, hey.
No. But I can see my porch through my front window.
Freeze.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Let's see here.
Which is behind me, by the way. That's my front window. Yeah, the chat is cheering you on, Aaron. Katie says, "You can do it."
That's Katie. That's Katie mom mode. She's like, pat me on the back. You can do it, Aaron. We believe in you.
You can do it.
Yeah.
Now that's-
Everybody's a winner. Dan?
I'm studying Godzilla here.
I haven't.
I'm on download form.
Oh,
I have
okay.
not even looked at reference yet. That's.
So you're just doing the layout and then fill in the detail.
Okay.
Well, I think I'm gonna like shadow him all in. So he's just gonna be
Ready
like
to rock and roll.
silhouette.
Okay, lots of black, so you don't have to do the scales.
Yep. What am I doing? I don't even know that. How does he?
Aaron, I'm detecting negativity from you today.
You know Trump won, don't you?
Yeah. Yay!
See, I know how to cheer him up.
I don't like that either. I like this one better. Oh, and you know what? I'm going to we'll do a little erasing here. It's just blue pencil. No harm, no foul.
Can you imagine if Trump lost and we were drawing Godzilla?
Oh my gosh, I would be.
Oh boy.
I would have
Yeah.
called in sick.
Yeah. Rachel Brinkley. Hi, Rachel. I need to know if Gary can beat Aaron in a draw-off.
No,
Rachel, you're never going to see that because I don't draw on Graybeard'S.
Gary could probably win in an ink off, but
Yeah, but not a draw-off.
not a draw.
I concede that ahead of time.
Because you have done some like live tutorial things for ink, like that Hulk head you did at some convention or whatever.
Yeah, that David drew. Yeah. Yeah, Steambot says they, as in Aaron, don't pay Gary enough to draw live.
Well, that's true. I don't pay him anything, and I'm happy about it. We take the super chat money, and I take 90% of it. Then I give David the other 10. So that's kind of how it works. As soon as Gary actually masters handling the chat, then
Then
maybe
I'll
I'll
get
cut
a
him in.
promotion.
Cut him in.
Yeah, I'll get it promoted.
I mean, here I want to make sure I didn't miss anything.
Did you get many super chats?
On this show?
Yeah.
This is the only show I get super chats on.
Fat Tony says Gary's still waiting for his whiskers to start growing. Fat Tony, it's called shaving.
Yeah, he's keeping it cropped.
Right.
Stealth X5 for 2 says, thank you, Stealth. Says hot dog,
There we go.
ham, drumstick, steak, bacon, salad. That doesn't belong in there. Fries
Especially next to
and
the French
pizza.
fry.
Why is there a
So
salad?
did somebody in the chat do research to see if he's just adding food, or is this just more? Is there a pattern to this? It's like I'm just wondering if Stealth is giving us some secret code.
Yeah, because I think it started off with a single hot dog, didn't it? Once, and then
It
can't
grows.
remember now. Yeah. Why would you wouldn't have salad and French fries or salad? Now, if the salad was next to the pizza slice, people do that, right? You buy the pizza and then you know.
Girls do that.
That sounds like an evil laugh you got there, Dan.
You lousy son of... Stormtrooper Julian Caesar for $5. Thank you. Sorry for the random question. Has there been any update on the Saints 2? I heard that Allegiant Arts went under, but the campaign is still in demand.
Stormtrooper Julian, you don't have to apologize for a question when you kick in $5.
Yeah.
You
can
kick
ask
in $5, you
want.
can ask literally anything.
My understanding is that they are still planning on getting all their books out that they have solicited.
Yeah, their last books.
Yeah. So, hey, Karan Kaiser Stone is in the chat. Says King Kong is the next challenge. Okay, when we do King Kong, we will bring you on and we'll see what you've got.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Gary's still trolling for chicks, so he keeps trim, says Creative Faye.
Yeah, I trim my beard once a week right before Graybeard'S.
There you go.
Trim for trim.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry. What?
Huh? What?
Nothing.
Sleeping Psychopathy says, I justify the fries by eating the salad first. That's your dog, not mine for a change.
Yeah.
How about that?
Okay, that's like ordering dessert and you order like a slice of chocolate cake and then you get a Diet Coke with it.
Wait a minute, who would order cake and soda? That is disgusting.
I used to see that when I was living in New York. I saw that all the time.
Really?
Yeah, could I have some of that cake and a Diet Coke? It's like, are you crazy?
That's insane, man. I don't like this very much.
I don't like it either. Start over.
I gotta figure out what I'm doing here. It just needs it's lacking I'm gonna go back to the smog monster, I think.
Uh-huh. I didn't see that coming.
Hang on a second here.
I think, Aaron, I can kind of tell Godzilla's pose is too dynamic.
It's too dynamic?
Yeah.
I thought it wasn't dynamic enough.
Okay. It's Godzilla. He doesn't have to be dynamic.
Well, he's got a rubber suit, so it only bends certain ways, I suppose.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna have to get a picture of my old cat from the studio so I can do the face correctly. This has got to be the most poorly designed character I've ever seen in my life. Just saying. You know what we should be doing? We should be drawing the Emir. Actually, we did that. I did that before. Ray Harryhausen, 20 Million Miles to Earth.
Yeah. Antone Dennison says, I drink fat-free milk with my chocolate cake, so I can eat 2 slices. See, you're thinking there. I like it.
There's I'm looking at some pictures from -1, and he was in some pretty dynamic poses in that.
Yeah, but they're all upshots, right?
Well, no, there's one looking down on him as he's trashing the city, and he's kind of
like a bird's eye view.
Yeah, but man, that is a complicated mess of a suit. Was a suit, or is that all CGI? Do we know?
I heard it was a guy in a suit, but they did like CGI enhancements
To make it look better.
Yeah, to Photoshop out the zipper.
Which they failed to do on Creature from the Black Lagoon on his wrists, I guess.
And Ultraman.
Will Excel is asking, what's the update on Coran Kaiser's art book? Do we know?
That's a good question.
Coran, are you still there?
Yeah, I forgot to ask him about that last time he was on. I don't know if he's I don't know what the deal is with that. Yeah, Corin, what's up with that, man? There you go. I just asked him. Why has he got all this noodly stuff all over him?
I know it's hard to find a form because it's just so textured.
It looks like someone just threw mud all over him.
Yeah, use a sponge.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna splatter it all, I think, is what I'm gonna do.
Splatter.
I might be able to pull this off.
Matthew Muma, now he's living like a king. He says, I eat 2 slices of cake with a glass of whole milk.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I have not really had milk in a long, long time. I kind of gave up on it.
Yeah. See, I drink it a lot. Milk goes with a lot of things.
You don't eat cereal?
Yeah, cereal is, I don't know, man. Cereal is so bad for you. It's got so much sugar in it. And yet every once in a while I will crack under the pressure and get
the siren call of breakfast cereal.
Exactly.
My wife doesn't want me having cereal anymore because I stunk her out of the room.
You stunk her out of the room?
Stunk.
Yeah, you don't have to read into that, Aaron, please.
Yeah, I'm just like, I guess, if it's not working in your digestive system, it shouldn't. I don't like this. Wait a minute. Oh, Stealth X5 for $2. Now he's saying,
this is all desserts.
Yeah, wait a minute. There's 2 bowls of ice cream together. Is that like one of those that looks like a
ice cream cone and 2 bowls of ice cream.
Well, it looks like the first one looks like a snow cone in a dish, though, doesn't it? With kind of like
the first one's an ice cream cone.
Well, no. The second one, I mean, is
okay.
And then you got a dish of ice cream. You have a donut, chocolate chip cookie, cake, a slice of cake. So he's doubling up on the cake, and then a cupcake. So that's 3 cakes right in a row, and then
and a pie,
glass of milk, and then coffee afterwards. I guess to settle everything down.
See, somebody's got to crack this code.
Yeah, I don't know what he's saying.
You just keep sending the super chats until we do.
Brian Smith says Art Adams draws a good Godzilla. He also draws a good everything else too. That is true.
He should draw himself some Kleenex because he voted for Kamala Harris.
Yeah, I gave him a piece of my mind on that Facebook post.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he actually posted something?
Oh yeah, he calls us all Nazis.
Are you serious?
Nope. I mean, yes, I am.
Oh, for crying out loud!
Following up,
don't you find it kind of interesting that Kamala Harris called Donald Trump a known Nazi and congratulated him on his victory?
Yeah, right.
Why would you do that to someone who's a Nazi?
That they know that he's not.
I know. That's my whole point. It was
all right. Pathmaster Dan, following up on David's topic, I had a dog that growled at me when I farted.
Well, that's understandable.
He even offended a dog.
Giving you what fur?
Wah wah.
Not wah. Oh my goodness. I don't understand what I'm drawing. That's my problem.
Okay. Are you looking at anything? Do you have any reference?
I am trying to get the face is just, I can't figure out what is going on.
Have you got that magic brush that you had last week?
Yeah, maybe that's what I need to do is get the magic. I want to draw him like a lizard, but he doesn't look like a lizard. He looks like a glob of it's like cat poo or something. I don't know what's going on here. It's very, very depressing. Maybe I think I drew his neck too long too. I gotta start over. Jeez, what the heck? I'm gonna go King Kong. No, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Smog Monster. I think maybe.
Yeah, Aaron, don't erase it. Flip it over and use the other side. So whoever buys it gets a bonus.
Well, no, dude, I drew on both sides already.
Oh, okay.
I erase one of the. I'm not gonna toss the paper. That stuff's expensive.
Okay, never mind.
Now the smog monster is just a bunch of smoke.
No, he's like trash, a pile of trash.
Yeah, it's a environmental statement. That's what the movie is. well, King Godzilla was too. It was a statement against nuclear whatever. Remember?
Yes, because it was right when it came out in '49. I think is when that came out.
Yeah.
And
so it was basically the Japanese film industry sticking it to America.
Yeah, for bombing the crap out of them in World War II.
Well, it sounds like they're embracing it.
I know, right?
We like it.
Yeah, they're like, how can we monetize this?
Send us bombs and we will have fun.
All right, I think I've gotten. Man,
We are going to stick it to a round eye with Godzilla.
See, the thing is, I don't like the way he looks, so I don't want to draw him the way I'm supposed to.
We'll teach them to bringing Elvis Presley music over here.
Oh my gosh! Okay, I've got to take some liberties. With this crap. Okay. I want to say, when I say crap, I mean it with all due respect. That the creature.
Oops.
What old is that?
That's David's phone.
Hold on, just listen. Shh.
Kevin was calling.
Oh no.
What am I? Hello?
Yo.
See?
Don't do it, David.
How you living?
I can't find Larry. I'm hoping he's okay.
Oh, Larry.
Yeah, Larry Showman.
I thought I saw him on
Did you?
Instagram a few days ago.
Okay, yeah. Well, I tried to call him. He said, you got that.
Yeah.
But I was able to text him once, and I said,
David.
Can you ask him to say hi, Graybeard'S?
Hey, do me a favor. Say hi, Graybeard'S.
Oh, hey, how you doing, Graybeard? He's trying to set me up.
That's right.
He's trying to set me up.
That's right.
See how y'all do.
Yeah, caught you slipping. I'll hit you back after the show.
He's got a sense
I'll
of
hit you back after the show. All right, man. Peace. Oh man, I wanted to get him good.
Yeah, I was sitting there thinking he's going to say, "I think Larry's dead" or something. And we'd be like, "Oh my gosh!" Oh.
No, I thought I saw him on Instagram a few days ago. You know, like when you send somebody something, then you see that they saw it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, he's around. He just don't like you. He could be in the audience right now.
He might be.
Yeah.
Aaron, did we get Stealth Super Chat?
Yeah, he says the best part of Wednesdays is watching Graybeard's studio. Thank you for that, Stealth. Remember that commercial? The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. Remember that?
Yep, I do.
Oh, yeah.
And there's another one.
Oh, this is from Fat Tony for 5. Thank you, Fat Tony. Would the Graybeards say that Godzilla is a chubby dragon or more of a lonely dinosaur with anger issues? That's a good question because he
I think
acts like a
lonely
dragon,
dinosaur.
but he looks like a lonely dinosaur.
Hmm.
I
He's definitely
can't really-
lonely.
I can't really say anything good about him, to be honest with you. If he looked actually like a good dinosaur, he would look good, but he doesn't. He looks like a. Now, here's the thing. Okay, wasn't he supposed to be like an iguana that got radioactivized or whatever?
An iguana.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
wasn't that the thing? Like originally, it was like this iguana was swimming and it got,
I don't remember that.
and then he became a giant. And he doesn't look anything like an iguana. He looks like a cat. They should have had a cat. Like if they'd
I
had,
don't get where you're getting this cat thing from.
Me neither. I'm like, what?
dude, his face looks like a cat. What they should have done was have like some guys out in a boat, right? And they had a cat on board with them, and the cat falls overboard. They get nuked, and the cat turns into Godzilla. Now we've got something.
Are you an anti-catite as well?
I hate cats, and I hate Godzilla.
Dang, man.
There we
You
go.
got a lot of hate in your heart.
Yeah, maybe there's a connection there.
Yeah, sorry, Geek. I missed your super chat.
Wait
It's
a
okay,
minute.
Aaron. Just get it all out. Just like kind of like barfing.
I know. Well, I feel better when I'm done.
Yes.
Who Geek says? He's for $5. Geek, thank you so much. He says, I'm soliciting any single older women that own corn dog shops to contact my friend Gary. Now he's married,
Okay,
so when he said he was soliciting older women, I was like, whoa.
Okay,
slow
well,
down, big
what
dog.
exactly do you mean by older?
So I guess I thought maybe he had dinosaur like T-Rex arms, but he can't because it's a dude in a suit. So he has to have like regular arms.
That's true.
I'm
They
not
just-
having any problem with it.
You know
Yeah.
what? I need you to shut up. That's what I think should happen here. It's just get off my back, all right?
This is so
You guys
easy.
set me up for failure, and now you're reveling in it. Does he have?
Chris Andrew is saying the iguana thing is from a '98 American movie in Japan. He was a dinosaur.
I don't think anybody knows what he is. I think he's a cat.
This is the first time I've ever drawn Godzilla, and I'm already an expert.
Well, okay, I'll give you that. But I mean, is that something you're proud of?
Yes.
Doggone it! Now he's too far over to the right.
I'm done.
Are you kidding? That's. Oh, you did the animated version, didn't you?
I did Godzuki.
Yeah.
Ooh, Godzuki.
Oh my gosh.
David, you have time to put some color on that.
I guess you do. That's how you're gonna play.
Go, go, Godzuki.
That was a song by Blue Oyster Cult. Picks up the train and he throws it back down and he blah 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 da 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 da.
It's a great song.
Godzilla.
Yeah, who knows the lyrics to that? You know the chorus, but that's it.
Yeah.
It's like you realize people are dying here, do you?
I'm gonna
That's
get
the thing. You never really actually show
Blah, blah, blah,
Godzilla
blah.
really doing, crushing, nice people and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, he destroys buildings. There's probably
Exactly. We never really see the real effect of that.
Aaron,
Yeah.
heads up. Katie's criticizing your singing ability.
I thought it was beautiful.
Where is she? There's Fat Tony.
About 10 up.
Yeah, let's see. Great song, Aaron. Not so much. Okay, Katie, at least I'm bold enough to try.
You're old enough to try?
I said bold enough.
Yeah, the rest of us are afraid to sing on camera.
I just sang, "Go, go, Godzilla."
Okay, you're worse than me then.
Yeah, Dan.
I feel better already.
Well, that's what I'm here to help, in any way you can.
gotta
Elevate
tell.
other people's egos.
That's right.
Kel Razor, that's not going to happen. He's suggesting, Aaron, you reference Japanese dragons, and you'll see the influence for Godzilla. Yeah,
they look like
I
cats.
guarantee you, Aaron is not going to.
They look like cats. That's why I hate Japanese or Chinese dragons or Japanese dragons or whatever they are.
You know, Aaron, I had never thought of that. You're right.
Absolutely.
I never saw that connection before.
If when I draw like a dragon, I want it to look like a lizard. That's kind of the idea, right? It's not like, oh, that's my tabby. You know, come on. Yeah.
Katie, no. I know my limits. You are not going to hear me sing.
Oh, so she criticizes me but encourages Gary. I see how it is about singing. Okay.
Well, she doesn't know. See.
Well, that's true.
She's just trying to humiliate you. That's all.
Katie, last time I sang out loud, men fainted and women took their children off the street. So, enough said.
I'm using a Japanese pen to ink this because I think that's appropriate.
Okay. Is that the one from last week?
No, it's a different one.
Okay.
This is a it's a zig, but it's a mangaka flexible medium tip.
Okay, so it is flexible. So let's try it out on the contour. See how flexible it is.
Water-based pigment. What does that mean? It's not waterproof, is what it means, right?
Right.
So they're not spilling any water on this. Okay, now what do you want me to try out? What did you say?
It says a flexible tip, so I just like you do the contour. Let's see how flexible it is.
Okay.
So you can really bear down on
it. Well, they're not expensive pens, so I don't know how much abuse they actually will take.
Aaron, think Joe Sennett.
Oh.
Do you have a backup pen in case you ruin this?
A whole bag of them.
Okay.
I think I'm getting this.
David's really supplying us with the cool sound effects of drawing.
Yeah, you can always hear his pen.
Scratch. It's like if we're making a documentary, you got to have that sound effect in there.
It's like a mukbang.
It's his nose that bothers me. He doesn't really.
Are you? It's official now. You're calling Godzilla she.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
Well, I think Dan brought up an excellent point that Godzilla does have a kid. Where did this kid come from?
Yeah.
I thought the hips were the giveaway. Those are birthing hips.
So, first time you saw a Godzilla film, you said, "Wow, check out those childbearing hips."
See, I always liked the other monsters better than Godzilla, like Rodan and
I agree.
And who's the three-headed Ghidra? Wasn't that his name, King Ghidra or something?
Don't know.
Anyone? Bueller?
For a person who doesn't like Godzilla, you know an awful lot about it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying that I watched him when I was a kid, but it just did not stay with me because I expected a higher quality dinosaur than I was getting when I got older. And
now that you mentioned it, David, now that you mentioned it, he's really strongly, when people are really strongly against something, they might secretly be
methinks thou
Godzilla
too much.
Yeah, like, hey, he's got secret Godzillas all over the place.
The chat, Aaron, is saying Ghidorah. Ghidorah.
Oh, Ghidorah. It's not Ghidorah, it's Ghidorah. Okay. How would I know?
Several people in the chat are correcting you. How do all you even know how to spell that?
Where's Rainey when I need her, man? She set me straight. Just the amount of work to do all these bumps and stuff on him is just.
pain in the ass.
It is. And then it's like the rewards is not there because his face design is horrible. So it's like you put all this work in, you go, this still looks sucky.
So if you ever met the creative Godzilla, you punch him in the nose? Is that what you're saying?
I might wrestle him to the ground. I can't say for sure, but well, he'd probably be older than me, so I'd probably be okay. You could probably take him if he's still with us.
He might know some martial arts. So.
Yeah, but he's so old. Unless he's one of those like old masters, you know. That
he doesn't even have to touch you. He just
yeah.
I'm getting corrected on my pronunciation. Ghidorah.
Ghidorah.
What? This is like.
Venomite says Gidorah. Ghidorah.
Ghidorah.
According to Venomite.
So I guess the moth.
Master Dan is confirming that.
Okay.
Yeah, but you got to put a little more into it. Like, Ghidorah.
Yeah.
Okay. You got to grunt it out.
Ghidorah. Oh, Ghidorah.
Well, let's say that. Yeah, you utter that name in fear.
You got to say it like you're dubbing. Like, oh, Ghidorah.
We used to do that all the time when we were kids. Do the, the dubbing thing. Oh,
look over there. A giant people person.
It is Ghidorah. I want to see that movie that Boone Fang Hua, whatever his name was, that did The Parasite. What's that guy's name?
Who?
Boone Pickens. What is that guy's name? The Korean guy that did The Parasite, the one Best Picture a couple years ago.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, he's Boone something. Anyway, he did that that like sea monster creature movie called The Host, and I have not seen it yet, and I'm dying to see it.
I've not seen that.
You guys in the chat must know who I'm talking about, right? What's his name?
Yeah,
Chat knows all.
Help Aaron out here.
Boone Pickens, Slim's nephew.
Major Corn Dog Boone Pickens. Boone's nephew.
Somebody call George Takei to get this straightened out.
Your chat's like an oracle,
That's true.
That is funny, Dan. You got my full laugh out of that one. That was good.
Yeah, you could just ask him, will Trump win the election?
Let's just say, let's ask the chat a question that's most people don't know.
All signs point to yes.
Did you guys ever have one of those advocate balls?
Yeah, everybody had those. Yeah.
Yep. I tried finding one of those on eBay, and they're not cheap.
Oh, really? I never had one. My friends across the street had one.
Yeah, I mean, I never had one myself either, but everybody seemed to have them.
Yeah.
Right.
Except
Every block had at least one.
Yeah. But it was entertaining for about 5 minutes, then it kind of got stupid. But you'd ask the most absurd questions or inappropriate questions and go.
Mickey and Amanda are talking about their sleep schedules, and Mickey says, "Amanda B, my sleep schedule is terrible, like Aaron's Japanese."
Well, I never claimed to be a man of the Far East. I couldn't even get that out.
In what scenario? In what scenario would you actually make that statement that you're a man of the Far East? I want to hear the backstory of you setting that up.
Didn't Mickey Rooney play a Japanese guy or something.
Oh yeah, that was so bad.
Oh,
He had
Bat-
big glasses on. Yeah. Oh man, that was bad.
isn't Batman a man of the Far East? Didn't he learn his skills?
Oh, yeah, look at that. Yeah.
No,
That could be a scenario if you were Batman.
Maybe I am.
Yeah.
Do we know what nationality Ra's al Ghul is supposed to be?
I
David,
don't
you're
know.
the Batman expert.
Yeah, chat. Do you know Ra's al Ghul's nationality?
I was going to say something terrible, but I'll hold myself.
As
I
long
hope he's
as
not
you say
Polish.
it, it's not me. He was like in the desert or something when he first his first appearance. He was like, so I don't know if he's supposed to be, Middle Eastern or something. I have no idea. But it sounds Ra's al Ghul. That kind of sounds, I don't know.
Venomite says Middle Eastern.
Okay. See, the Oracle once again answers.
Nate
Yeah.
313 says Lebanese.
Well, now we're getting specific. So.
Well, the food's getting better, yeah.
I think my Godzilla sucks.
Is that what he's doing?
Maybe. You can hear the sucking noise all the way on the. Stealth X5 for $2 says Dan's Godzilla is looking quite good. Thank you, Stealth. There's Robert Doan's Pills in the audience there.
Do you know someone is serious about a compliment when they super chat it?
Oh,
Anybody can throw out haphazard compliments, but when you super chat it,
That's right.
it's legit.
you're complimenting the chef.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes you wonder, how seriously can we take Katie Didd if she's not super chatting her compliment?
Well, she exceeded her budget last week.
That's true. She did really go over.
Spaceman, no, we've not done the beef yet.
So when are tips tax-free? That's what I don't know.
Oh, that's right. We could consider these tips, couldn't we?
Yeah.
And in Trump's economy, all us Nazis could really save some money in taxes.
Cullen says, with 2 thumbs up, Aaron's doing a great job.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mom.
That's all I need is I just need a little positive reinforcement every once in a while. That's all.
Gary, what's going on? You should be helping. Encouraging Aaron. You leave it to
That's not my job.
Yes, it is.
Oh.
My job is to not read the chats that come from.
And he does it better than anybody.
That's right. For every one that is a compliment, there are 10 that criticize.
All right. Well, I'm giving you a new job. Help.
Oh, you are.
Help Aaron win.
No, see, it's when Joan Rivers speaks, you must listen.
Robert Doan, D-O-A-N. Am I saying that correctly, Robert? Who are you referring this to? Oh, I'm sorry, Dan. I thought that's like do. Dan, do you
Oh my God.
Yeah. Dan, do you use a plate Bristol? Your illustrations are so clean.
It's just a regular bristleboard paper.
How smooth is it?
It's probably the smoothest. It's not like super duper smooth, but it's I call it well, just bring it over here.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay. Jimmy Reyes says, Gary, are you saying my compliment to Aaron Lepresti is half-ass? Aaron's Godzilla drawing isn't the worst I've ever seen. No, I'd say you hit the mark there, Jimmy. That's
I'll
saying,
tell you right now,
yep.
I'm putting way more effort into this monster than he deserves.
All right. This
Yeah,
may
that's
be
like using
backwards.
the word interesting when you're describing somebody's work. That's not necessarily a compliment.
Yeah, that guy's work is really interesting.
This is backwards, so I'll have to translate. Altrek, professional quality art supplies since 1949.
Okay.
Acid free, so these people weren't on acid when they were making it.
So they're not hippies.
Yeah.
We
Does
are.
it say smooth textured? It doesn't really say.
Aaron, the best insult I ever heard when somebody describing artwork, it was in a movie, I think, and they were looking at this painting, and they just said, "This artwork lacks intention."
And this doesn't have any indication of
That was
smoothness.
it. It lacks intention.
Hey, you could say that about everything I draw.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Nolan Lockhart. Nobody is better than Aaron at complaining about Godzilla. Thank you. I'll take that.
That's pretty good.
And there's also one before
You
that.
have achieved things.
Oh, really? Rayshaw Ghoul equals Bedouin or Berber for $2. I know what a Bedouin is. I don't know what a Berber is.
Yeah, I've not heard of Berber.
Berber is you go to the Berber shop,
It's a carpet, right?
get your turban trimmed. That was horrible. Take that back. Sorry.
I am winging it. I am doing perspective on the visual.
That's how Jim Lee does it.
And I would imagine Gene Colan too.
Gene Colan's dead.
Well, I imagine he
Gene.
would have done that.
Katie did for $2. Thank you, Katie. Aaron, it looks great. I'm so proud of you. Way to go.
Somebody's got to do it. There you go.
See, that's the compliment. That's the I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's kind of a back way of slamming. Yeah, kind of.
I don't know. It's that mom
Yeah,
compliment.
But
it
that's
sounds
what I'm
like,
saying. If it's kind of like I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
Didn't
No,
say your
it
work
sounds-
was good.
Yeah,
say I'm
it
proud of
sounds
you.
like he's saying, I didn't think you'd be able to pull it off.
I sound like she's saying I'm so proud of you for trying.
Yeah,
You didn't give up. That's the more important part.
you get the participation award.
Oh my gosh.
Past Master Dan says, great job of not sucking.
Yeah, I used to have guys who would say that to me. That doesn't suck, and I'd go,
Yeah, thanks a lot.
"Yeah."
That's good.
That was the first thing Howard Chaykin said to me when I met him. Oh, he said, "You drew Sludge, right?" And I went, "Yeah." He goes, "Yeah, that didn't suck." And I went,
Thank you.
Well, from Howard, that's
From Howard.
high praise, right?
Sheesh.
Henry
should've said it
Cruz
back,
says,
though.
if you don't quit, you win.
"Well, I might quit yet." God, this sucks.
No, it doesn't. Keep going.
Yeah, keep going.
Face is just
Because you're going to use lots of black, right?
maybe more than I intended.
I see that the right's an influence, so keep going.
Man, Dan's has kind of like an Art Adams feel to it.
I'm kind of looking at our Adams right now. So
No,
You have like a little
What do you
thumbnail
mean?
over on the right. That's
Huh?
cool. You did a little thumbnail on the right.
yeah, I always do that.
I don't always see it, so I'm pointing.
yeah.
out.
Well, I mean, we call that cheating, but that's okay. I mean, you know,
I just did it like right now, like when I start. Like
yeah.
Ah,
if you don't know where you're going, you're gonna end up somewhere else.
I'm not sure I understand that, but let's see here. What do we? Oh, Katie for $2. Thank you, Katie. Shh, Dan, he's doing the best he can.
Oh man.
Oh, did I mention that I stayed up most of the night watching election returns? I'm a little tired, Katie. Did I happen to mention that?
So the preface to that statement is, shh, he's retarded. He's doing the best that he can.
he's
That
slow.
is so wonderful, Aaron.
know, it's just like no matter how hard Katie tries, she just always
Yeah, see, Aaron is never satisfied.
it's just. I'm still kind of actually. I gotta be honest. I'm still kind of upset about Halloween night and those kids taking all that candy.
I reminded you. Sorry, Aaron.
It's just,
Hey, you need to be happy because Trump is in office and those kids are going to go to jail.
yeah, well, no, you put it like that. Now I kind of feel pretty good, actually. I don't. What was,
Yeah, sorry, Squibs. I reverted to my nature.
Dan, you should do that back building like less detailed, as if it's like in a mist or it's pushed back with your pencils.
Well, I'm trying to get a
then you have to
perspective.
draw less.
I'm trying to get a perspective, like like a feeling of movement. You know,
I got you.
Oh boy. I'd like to say I've drawn some bad Godzillas in my day, but I've never drawn him. So this will be the first one.
It's turning out fine. Quit being a little bit. I mean, it's just keep drawing.
I met some artist. I don't know what his name is, or
What color was he?
I don't even remember that. I think he was a white dude, but I can't say that for sure. But I gave him something, I can't remember what it was, like a sketchbook or something, And he's like, "Oh, I can't take this. Let me do a drawing for you." I'm like, "No, you really don't have to, And so he does a drawing for me. You know what the drawing was? Godzilla.
Awesome.
So I threw it out as soon as I got home.
Are you serious?
No.
You still have it?
Yes.
Let's see it.
I gotta go look for it, man. I gotta finish this. I don't. It's buried someplace.
It almost worked, Gary. It almost worked.
Yeah, you can't
This is
bandy about artwork saying, "Oh yeah, I've got this great thing," and then don't show it.
I actually don't care how accurate Aaron is doing. Just watching this inking technique in this thing is awesome.
Yeah, you're doing all that with one
Yeah.
Japanese
Japanese pen.
Yeah.
So put some respect on the Japanese because I know how much you hate them, Aaron.
Huh.
Wait a minute. I don't. Hang on.
Wow. So Aaron, do you hate the people or the entire continent?
I hate their art.
Island.
How's that?
Oh, this is really revealing.
That's not what you told me before.
Now wait a minute.
Yeah, that's not what you said in the green room.
That's making me feel like Kevin Grievous. I'm supposed to be repeating that stuff.
Mickey says we hate him more.
Oh man, well that's they start a war now.
No. Me and Mickey we're tight. We got the pictures together at San Diego a couple years ago.
Okay.
Here, I'll see. I know one.
Well, you're my one black friend, and she's my one Asian friend.
I got my bases covered.
Yep. When people call me a racist, I can say, "Hey, I got a black friend."
So, Mickey, how do you feel about that being Aaron's only Japanese friend?
Token.
I have several Japanese friends.
Name two.
Thanks for clarifying that.
Well,
He said,
I have to know their names.
I said name two.
I have to know their names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to even notice that they're Japanese. That's racist.
Yeah. See, that's why you got to put people on the spot. You say, "I'll name two," and they're like,
Okay.
Aaron's thinking.
Yeah.
Toshiro Mifune
Yeah, he's
and
making up stuff.
Well, now I'm like, I made a broad statement that maybe it might be Chinese. So now I'm not sure.
No,
Oh, that's not good, dude.
So I know Ken
Nikki, you gonna take
Watanabe.
that lying down?
They don't like
Is
that.
that, does Pat Morita count?
I met him in the elevator once.
Ran into him at a convention.
Oh man, I'm
You
gonna
know,
get
Blue
this
Boy
so
Comics is
trouble.
changing the subject. Raid 3 is going to be great. Excited for it.
Who said that?
Blue Boy Comics.
Hey, who said that? Can you highlight it?
Yeah. Can I get a plaque made? Oh, thank you, Blue Boy. I appreciate that. Hmm. How much time we got left, Gary?
About a half hour. Maybe it's time for beef.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
What's Gary's beef? We need to change directions really quickly here. Get me out of trouble.
Yeah, today's beef are Japanese.
Remember Pearl Harbor?
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Dan.
I
Apologize.
said, remember Pearl Harbor?
Yeah.
So this week, my beef is Northwest Drivers Part 2.
Okay.
So I'm sitting in this intersection
Yeah.
and getting ready to make a right-hand turn, and it's a red light, and there's one car in front of me.
Okay.
And I'm looking, and it's clear. And this dolt is just sitting there, not turning. So, I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. I think, well, maybe they're on the phone, or they're, dealing with a child who's complaining that their, sister's touching them or whatever. I'm not immediately going to jump to, that they're complete idiots because they don't know the law that you can turn on a red light.
Right. Sure. It could be things going on.
Right. So I give them this, kind of this gentle toot on my horn, polite toot.
Yeah.
To get their attention.
Yeah, of course.
And that's,
Nice.
right. So sometime later,
That's
I'm
a
making
common,
another
wait a minute,
right-hand
that's a
turn.
common. Wait a minute. That's a common tactic when you're driving and someone's asleep in the turning lane. You just kind of give them
Right.
a little nudge, and they're like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
little
okay."
toot.
And then,
Right.
Okay.
So sometime later, same situation, only I'm the third car in line. There's a car between me and the dolt who's not turning.
Yeah.
But I'm still going to honk through,
Okay.
the car in line to get to the one in front, but I have to honk it, a little louder.
Oh,
so
so
they
you
can
can hear it. Yeah.
Okay. Not too long after that, I am the fourth car in line.
This
There's
is all
two
the same.
cars
this
in
is all the
between
same
me. What was that?
This is all in the same trip.
Yeah.
Oh my
There's two cars in between me and the dolt who's not turning, and they're both just sitting there. So typical, Northwesterners,
God.
that they're overly polite. So now I think, okay, what's the etiquette here? Do I honk through two cars to get to the one that's in front?
Well,
No, you can't.
well, you're
Trust
honking.
me.
Essentially, you're honking at them for not honking.
True. It's a message to all three cars.
Yep.
So you
They can't
guessed
help
it.
it though.
I laid on the horn like there was no tomorrow. And so how many cars back do you have to be in terms of, driving etiquette, not to honk when the person in
It gotta
front
be only because the person in front can't do anything about it.
The person in front can go.
I'm not. No, I'm saying that person, but the person behind them, the next person, can't do anything about it.
They can honk, right?
Nope.
No.
There may be Dan.
Sorry.
Something. There may be a breach of etiquette here, Gary. I'm not 100%
Exactly.
Okay, so how many cars back are you forbidden to honk?
You either you're right behind the third person, you can honk. Other than that,
So if there's two cars between,
if there's a car,
there's
car
even one
between
car
you,
between you and them, you can't honk.
that's right.
I think we need to get a Japanese perspective on this.
Wow.
Yeah, Mickey.
Mickey, what?
There's one car in between you and the car that's not turning. Would you honk at them?
That's different. She's a woman.
So when you honk at people, it's like cursing at people. So if you're laying on the horn, like you said, you're just saying the F word really long.
Right.
That's true.
And if you just tap it,
I'm aware of that.
if you do the double tap, it's like calling somebody an asshole.
Oh, so they're phonetically.
Yeah.
Well, Amanda B says you can always honk, but beware the wrath of those in between.
Well, that's what they get for not doing their job.
Well, I can't really. I have to admit, I have lost my cool at times with people not paying attention, because usually those turning lights are so stinking short that they sit there, and then by the time they realize they're supposed to go, they get through, and maybe the car behind them, and you're stuck again at the light.
Right. Yeah. Okay, let me throw out a postscript.
Okay.
People who drive around with baby on board signs.
Yeah.
So what am I supposed to do about that?
Don't beep your horn.
Am I supposed to, drive different?
Yep.
Do I refrain from T-bowing them in an intersection?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
What am I supposed to do? I don't get what's my response?
Oh, you got to be a lot nicer.
Yeah, congratulations. I mean, what?
Yes.
What's
That's
my
Be more tolerant of their lack of driving skills.
oh, okay.
Well, I think, no, you know what I think it is? I honestly think it is that when you have a small child, you're going to drive slower. So it's kind of like letting you know, like, that this is a slower moving car potentially, maybe. Squibs for $1.99 says, I came here for Kelsey, but stayed for Gary's beef. Well, thanks for sticking around. We appreciate it. Well, no, wait a minute. This sounds like one of those New York cops who said, I never had to use my gun in 30 years. He says, 4 decades of driving, and I've yet to ever use the horn. Wow.
Okay, so you're one of the guys parked in between, not honking at the one that.
My biggest issue with using the horn is, well, I should say the determining factor of whether or not I use the horn is how bad of a mood I'm in while I'm driving.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. If you're in a bad mood, you're trying to do a subtle honk.
Are you in a good mood ever?
Turns out to be aggressive.
Right.
Now, that's probably true. I don't know that I ever am in a good mood, but let's just hypothetically say I was. I might be courteous and just kind of let it go. But now, because then I'm in a bad mood. If I'm in a good mood and someone's at the front of the line not turning, I'm suddenly in a bad mood now. So they get the horn. Some lady, now this one really ticked me off the other day. I was merging onto, this was like a 2-lane road that merged into 1 lane. And it gave you plenty of time. The sign was there. I'm driving right alongside this lady. And it's kind of like you're pinned in, right? So you can't, I had somebody behind me, so I couldn't really slow down. And she was driving right level with me and saw me. And she could have sped up, right? And could have got in behind her, or she could have slowed down. She chose to do neither and almost run me off the road. I laid on that horn for about 5 seconds as I was following her down the road.
It was like he was saying, "Bitch!"
That's exactly. I was so ticked off. I was like, "Are you?"
I have a nephew who's a police officer, and he was telling me, some of the training that they did. They told them that drivers are very territorial, and that will instinct will kick in before reason does. that for no reason they don't want you in front of them, or they don't want to change their speed. They just like, I'm here, deal with it kind of thing. That's like a human
There's
nature.
that deal with it word again. Yeah.
Mickey said my 45 don't hunk.
There you go. That's one way to take care of it permanently. Here's the thing, though. It's like, it's one thing if you're like on a highway, right, and someone wants to get over, but it's a highway. There's nothing impeding them or making them have to switch lanes, right? So it's I think it's incumbent upon them to either speed up or slow down so they can get where they want to get, unless they're merging, right? But when someone's merging, they have nowhere else to go. You either have to speed up to allow them to get behind you, or you have to slow down to let them in front of you. Right. Generally, I slow down and let them in front of me.
Yeah.
But this person was just like
blocking you.
Yeah, I was like, then if you don't want me in front of you, speed up. But I'm running out of road here. I was.
Hey, Aaron, are you going to make the back of Godzilla all black?
That's my goal.
I knew it.
Well, I mean, I think I'm running this brush dry already. It's kind of crazy. I wonder they're so cheap.
Could you get that, Aaron?
Oh. My mom is actually 93, so but I would never honk at my mother. She's usually, if she's in the car, it's with me. $5 from James Sequential Treasure says, what do Willie Brown and the 2024 election have in common? Oh my gosh.
Okay, yeah, don't read that.
James. Oh my goodness.
There's one more.
Sean Willett says, sounds like Dan has a beef with Gary's beef. Let's see here. Oh,
maybe.
Geek for 2 says, Gary, J.C. Whitney catalog, buy an air horn. Can you imagine? We'd stick it out your window and just let it rip. I'm guessing Gary has one. We're about to get treated.
Can't they make the horns a little bit nicer?
There's got to
have it like really, have a actual word that, hey, could you please move?
Yeah, right. You push the horn down, this voice comes out.
You mind?
Yeah,
I don't mean to bother you.
I hate to bother you, but would you wake up and drive, please?
And they have to get a white guy to do the voice so it sounds honky.
All right, hang on. Okay. Let's see. Wait a minute. How did that? Okay, here we go. Squibs for hating Gojira so much that looks okay. For hating Gojira so much that looks dope. Ron. Well, thank you very much, Squibs. I appreciate that. Those are the kind of see that, Katie. That's the kind of stuff I'm looking for. Stealth X5 for $2. Here is $2 for Gary. Nah, he's not going to get it.
Dang it. Aaron, you do me a favor and read Mickey's comment.
Uh-oh. Am I in trouble with Mickey? Where is she? Oh. Gary, I don't honk at people. It's too dangerous. Plus, my car is nice, so I just laugh because they drive Jeep Cherokees. I'm not sure I get
Mickey, how do you remember? That was from a couple of months ago.
Oh my, is she making fun of you?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. Oh, okay. Well, Mickey,
you got a Jeep Cherokee. Okay.
Mickey, we cannot have you making fun of Gary on this show without some sort of retribution.
There's no applause. Okay, I'm ready for it.
Everybody loves pie.
Just when you thought.
Okay, Aaron, you tricked me there.
Okay.
Did we get Angela's?
Oh, chocolates. $5. Angela Curry for $5. Thank you, Angela. I've learned to not honk when 4 cars back. My luck, they have a good reason they aren't turning like a pedestrian, and then I feel like an ass. So she's basically calling you an ass, Gary. I just want you to.
Yeah, but I always check.
Make sure there's no pedestrian.
I always check. When you can't get too far back that you can't see the road and who's coming. That's where I draw the line.
Well, when you're so far back, it's like there could be any. It always takes like 10 seconds before the line starts to get to a point where it's moving where you're at.
Major Corn Dog, David's wife is not cooking for him today? Question mark. He's got to resort to a snack cracker.
She's cooking right now. That's why I'm eating snacks before.
Yeah, he's priming the pump.
Do you still have a bunch of kids running around there stealing your food?
Yep.
I'm done.
You know, I don't need to hear that right now, Dan.
I'm gonna go take a break, get a drink.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna go run around the block a couple times.
Yeah.
You know,
I'll be right back. I'm going for a bike ride.
Just because I chose to challenge myself a little bit, I don't.
Yeah, Aaron, get the big marker out.
I'm gonna have to here in a second.
Get that Sharpie action going.
I want to make sure I'm done with my Japanese feathering first before I switch pens.
Major Corn Dog says David's keeping busy pre-gaming for dinner. I've never heard it called that. I like it.
Nah, block all that stuff out, Aaron. Light wouldn't get back there.
I know. I'm just.
You're wasting time.
Like, I got my dinner's gonna be ready in 5 minutes. I want to get off this show. All right.
I do got to finish this thing for Ethan tonight. By the way.
All right. I'm gonna go with the this Zig calligraphy, the flat end of the Zig calligraphy. Here it is.
Get a brush and mop that stuff in.
Mop it, yeah.
I don't have a brush that big. That's the problem.
Mop it. Get a roller.
Maybe need to go Bill Sienkiewicz here and just get messy.
Yeah.
Just dip a paper towel.
Yeah.
In some ink
like
and
Jim Lee.
Yeah, definitely get that. Draw like Bill Sienkiewicz.
You get a texture when you do that too, Aaron.
Yeah.
David taught me the paper towel technique. And I'm not talking about ink.
Well, I'm not drawing another line till I get paid.
All right. Send your resumes in, folks. We're looking for a new.
So how long?
I work for free.
How long does Dan have to be on the show before he gets a piece of the incentive?
Yeah, that's David's the one who said. It's.
What was it?
How much?
100 shows.
Yeah, that's what.
On the 100th show, we're gonna send you a pizza.
$20, $2.
Well, I have to admit that the last month's incentive was larger than my Marvel royalty.
It'll be larger than mine.
Wow,
for sure.
Lots of chats today.
Here we go. JW for $5. Well, look at it, Dan. Drawing some backgrounds, buildings and all. What a guy. Throwing a vehicle, and he's an all-time great. Yeah, you don't like drawing.
I'm not an all-time great yet?
He did a vehicle. He did a half vehicle, half cybernetic person one time. Remember that one with big tires and stuff?
The Queen Mickey is asking you to hold up the artwork, Dan. They want to see it.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
The show isn't over yet.
So here's Godzilla. He's going through the city and he's blasting the boat Kamala sign.
Dude,
I like the way the flame is like.
Wait, do you have the camera in reverse? Thank you.
Yeah, there you go. See, so
vote Kamala.
Kamala headquarters.
Even did signage. Golly.
He's blasting the headquarters. I mean, because they don't need it anymore. So
that's true.
We're never going to hear from her again. And I think that's wonderful.
She'll
be on CNN.
Not after Godzilla did this. Dude.
You know what I just realized? When he's breathing fire, his back lights up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Not on this
yeah.
one.
Yeah, not on this one.
And that's the movies. No, you're right. It does all the
Why
time.
do you just have to hold this now?
But it looks cooler when it's blacked out.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
I gotta turn
That's
my,
true.
turn my blur off here.
We'll just pretend.
Yeah. Okay. So now because you messed that up,
Start over.
all I have to say is, Aaron, this Godzilla has no intention.
Yeah.
I know.
Look at you go. That it's like it looks like you've sped up your camera.
Yeah.
He ain't human, man.
The machine.
Yeah,
you
I say
guys-
we're Elon Musk has created this new guy, the new David.
Have you guys seen They Live?
Yeah. Heck yeah.
I have not, with Roddy Piper.
You've never seen that?
I have never seen it. I see scenes from it, but I've never. It made, when Dan just said that, it made me think of that movie.
You need to be kicked. Get out.
Do I kick myself?
Yeah.
I could do that.
Wood Bees is asking if I'm going to play that harp or what. Did I miss a chat?
Why would that surprise anybody, Gary?
No.
You have one job on this show.
I know. Yeah, I do that often. There's a lot of them today.
Let's see. No, we did
Wait, is that-
JW. We did Angela Chocolates Curry, Stealth X5. What Willie Brown? Yeah. Gary Whitney catalog. Yeah, I came here for Kelsey, but stayed for Gary's beef. A couple Katie Dids. We got those. Nobody's better than Aaron at complaining about Godzilla. Best part of Wednesdays is Folgers in your cup. I'm slip. We got them all.
Okay. I just realized that was a ploy for Aaron to read the insults again. Okay, so shoot.
Hey, after being called a Nazi and a white supremacist, I
Yeah,
can-
speaking of chats,
you guys realize I'm trying to fill in these blacks, right? I mean, you realize that.
You're all with lead.
Aaron, it does look really good though. I gotta say, that's looking dang cool, man.
Here's Wizard Sleeves. Dave Williams, I am in awe of that amazing piece. He's laughing, though, so I don't know if he's being sincere.
Is that Pete's Dragon?
Fat Tony says, try not to be burdened by what has been, Gary.
can't
What
help
was
it.
the full quote?
Rand Arrington for 10 big ones. Thank you, Rand. Appreciate it very much. What Kamala sign made me... That Kamala sign made me throw up in my mouth a little, Dan. Spambot, $20. Wow, thank you so much. And that looks like Australian 20, perhaps. Big money for big lizards. Thank you so much, Spambot. Really appreciate that. I guess I'll have to.
Of course, you know, Spambot, that Dan's not going to get any of that.
Squib says now Aaron is complaining about receiving money. You guys don't understand the pressure I'm under.
Yeah, if you only knew what goes on at Aaron's studio.
What time is it? Holy smokes. Okay.
Yeah, you got 5 minutes.
Okay. Well,
Just leave it like that.
well, I'm going to here in a second. I just got to get a little more.
You know, I can't. Is that like snot coming out of his nose, or is that the fire?
What are you talking about? It's.
He hasn't finished it,
My gosh.
right?
It looks like snot coming out of his nose. Like
No, it doesn't.
Just because he hasn't finished
You don't
it.
even. Oh well, you don't have a close enough picture. I see what you're saying.
I'm just.
It looks like
I'm yanking your chain, man.
I think you should keep your mouth closed until you can actually see what you're talking about.
Aaron, I'm ripping into you.
Aaron, speaking of campaigns, Mickey's asking you if you have any more Wraith of God 2 books left.
I do. Email me, message me, whatever you'd like to do. I answer just about anything. So,
How many toes does original Hulk have?
4.
4 probably.
Yep, there you go.
Kirby trying to meet deadlines.
Wizard Sleeves got here late, and he's apologizing. Well, you're here, so
We do
what's
appreciate that.
Yeah.
It took almost 2 hours of the show before Gary became confounded with Wizard Sleeves.
There's a late fee for people who show up later.
That's right.
$20.
$20 late fee. For,
Well, just to reenact what would happen if I'm at a show and I see some guy with flamboyant sleeves. I'm going to know who it is.
gonna think it's Wizard Sleeves.
Yeah.
Are you the Wizard Sleeves?
It's good for movement, I would imagine. You know.
Aaron, Henry Bemis is asking you a political question. Do you want me to?
Yeah, go ahead.
Henry Bemis says, what does Aaron think of some of the Oregon ballot measures they tried to pass?
Let me just put it this way. I voted no on every single one of them. So there you go.
Honestly, I almost always vote no on the ballot on any measures because it's like that's why I got the higher. That's why I'm doing the hiring the or whatever the electing these officials. You know,
you vote no depending on how it's worded.
Well, anything that looks like it could potentially cost me money, no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like usually they want, we want to raise that millage. No, you want to raise taxes on yourself? Nah.
Well, they could say, would you like us not to tax your tips? No. Oh, you want us to tax your tips?
Oh, wait. No, there was there was one that was like they wanted to it looked to me like they wanted to make it easier so if you want to remove somebody or discipline somebody in the state Senate, it has to go to the Senate floor and through this whole process. Well, they wanted to form a committee and discipline people on, apart from, and I'm like, okay, so that's a bunch of Democrats getting together and punishing the few Republicans that are in the Senate and the House and the state.
Right.
I'm like, no, that's not, no.
Right.
So
should we bring back the whip?
No, sir.
The majority of it?
No, sir.
David, I noticed you jumped on that instantly.
I tell you, I'm never safe here.
No pause.
For some reason, I throw out the worst ones too.
Dan is just this mild-mannered. He's trying to be kindly.
Train wreck.
Yeah, and then David's just waiting in the shadows.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I'm going to call this. Okay, I'm going to sign it, and we'll call it good. We'll call it done. I don't know if we're going to call it good or not, but here we go.
Oh, that's good, man. I'm serious.
Well, if I get too close, you may change your opinion. Okay, here we go. We'll look at mine first.
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I think it's really neat.
So,
It is.
Excellent, I would say.
And even that, you rushing the bottom of the leg actually looks artistic. Looks like you did that intentionally.
Yes.
so are you saying that this has a purpose, or what's the word?
Yeah, it looks like, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Actually, I love the strokes at the bottom. It's cool
Yeah.
because when you do that kind of stuff, really, seriously, artistically speaking, it focuses on the areas you want to focus on.
That line work reminds me of like Dan Mora, currently at DC.
Dan Mora.
You should look him up. He's awesome.
Yeah, he is.
I was just going Sienkiewicz, man. Just get it done. Get it done.
That's not so good.
Well, what
He's Dan Mora.
his ab line does not connect with his leg.
Yeah. Well, there's a little bit of some light coming in from the nuclear blast coming out of his mouth. So
Yeah. It does look kind of like Sienkiewicz.
Sienkiewicz?
Yeah, Sienkiewicz.
Katie did for $2 says, Aaron, that looks great. Don't be hard on yourself. Well, thank you, Katie. See, she could be my mom. All righty. Here's Mickey. That's pretty interesting.
Using the keyword there.
Ooh,
Oh man. Why did my camera stay in focus? There you go.
that's
All
different.
right. Aaron's Godzilla. Spambot says Aaron's Godzilla has a glowing crotch when he uses his fire breath. I think you're reading between the lines here.
Daniel Russell says, "Don't listen to Katie."
Oh, man.
Why does this?
The chat is roasting us today, man. What do we do?
Yeah.
Everybody's just so fired up.
Faye
for the
got me
election
earlier,
result.
then Katie got me. Oh.
Okay. All right. So anyway, there you go, guys. There's my my Godzilla, my one and only Godzilla. This will be valuable because you'll never see me draw this guy
It
again.
will. So this is
Highly collectible.
All right. Let's see what David has to offer us. Godzuki in crayon, ladies and gentlemen.
I won.
That literally looks
Look
like
at
you just
coloring
tore a page out of a coloring book.
It does. It absolutely. That's exactly.
I
what
do
it
actually like the thick lip, nice lines.
You could get a job for Disney doing coloring books. Gary used to do that.
Yeah, I did that, and it pays pretty well.
Yeah, it does.
I love your signature. I can still read it, and it's all swishy.
It's all swishy. What does that mean? Oh boy,
That's a good word.
swishy. I don't think
Sure.
swishy is a good word.
The last time
absolutely.
the last time I was working for Disney, I was doing some coloring book work, and they were paying me only $50 a page. But because of the type of material it was, one day I did 20 pages.
There you go.
And how much are they paying you a page?
50.
Oh,
So that's a pretty good
$1,000.
paycheck for
Yeah.
one day.
One day. Yeah, I made
Very
$1,000
nice.
for that.
Very nice.
Nice. Fat Tony says it really pops. Bloody Drake says right out of the cartoon. Stealth X5 says Gary wins.
Thank you.
Wizard Sleeves, bruh, the disrespect of Godzilla is hard to see. Well, I disrespect the character. I tried to make him good, despite himself. Angela loves it, David. Mickey says, ooh, nice. Bless your heart equals may you rot in eternal hellfire, says
Damn.
Dan.
Wow.
That's harsh. That's harsh.
Yeah.
Tough crowd.
Yeah, well, you're used to it. Well, I mean, for coloring book Godzuki, that's pretty awesome, David. I have to
Yeah,
admit.
it is.
Dan, time to reveal. Oh, it doesn't really look finished though, so you lose.
I know it's not. It's a little loose, but because I was doing buildings,
Well, I can't help it if you.
But this doesn't this win me?
the vote Kamala
Yeah.
headquarters.
That sign is too small.
Ah.
It was a small
Yeah,
headquarters.
I like the shadow behind the flame.
That
Makes
actually
it
looks
plain.
pretty good. You got you got the texture on his skin right.
Are you gonna color this?
I think I am because
Yeah,
I'm kind of
yeah.
curious how this is all going to look.
That's really a cool composition.
might have to
Grand
redo those
Arrington
buildings, though.
says black. Come on now.
If I bring this into Photoshop, though, I might correct the perspective on the buildings because I know they're not right. They're okay.
Wizard
Keep
Sleep.
it like that. Say the Godzilla bumped into him, so they're a little off.
Oh, okay.
Wizard Sleep says not bad, not bad. Now finish it, Dan. Wow, it's
Yeah,
like
I know.
you're the boss you never wanted.
Pay me unless you grease my palm with silver.
Grease.
What? Where do you get this stuff from?
Dan, grease my palm with silver, lawless.
Let's see. Art is awesome. There you go, Rand. 3.7 on the Malin scale. I'm not sure what that means, but at least you registered.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah.
Custom God says that would look. Oh, I want my $2. That's not what I meant to put up there. There's no refunds on this show. Custom God, that would look killer with color. There you go. People are encouraging you.
Yeah, there you go.
Sean Allen.
Yeah,
I like
actually,
the
I based it
lighting.
on John Malin's Cecil cover, for Cash Grab.
There you go.
I just swiped it.
Well, no, I honestly, you really sort of got the texture on his skin really good, which I still can't. That's more of the classic Godzilla texture, but I can't figure out what the heck's going on with this thing.
It's complicated because actually each different Godzillas have different textures.
That's true. That's true. Best name I can think of says, I don't want to hear about Dan greasing his palms.
Yeah, enough said about that.
Mickey says, all of you guys are great, even the blanket, Gary. Jeez, so that's nice. Stealth X5 for 2. Thanks for the show. No, you know what, Stealth? Thank you.
You get a picture and look at the Christmas in here too.
Mickey says, Aaron, I'm buying Wraith of God 2. Sign my book, please. Thank you. I will. I will write all over the cover. To my best Japanese friend, Mickey. Love, Aaron.
Remember Pearl Harbor.
Silver ink.
Oh my God.
All righty. Okay, guys, that's going to wrap up this week's edition of Graybeard Studios. Congratulations. You got me to draw something I didn't want to draw once again.
Well, I think out of all the things you have not wanted to draw, I think this is the best one.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I tried really, really hard. So despite the fact that I had a sleepless night in keeping an eye out on that Biden campaign.
I slept like a baby because I knew he won.
Well, so did I, but I was like, oh, what if they drop 1 million ballots in the morning and I wake up and they...
Well, you know what? I saw in
If
their
they would have
faces.
dropped 1 million ballots, they still would have lost.
That's true. That's actually true. So anyway, so you guys check out Landing Party tonight as we watch one of my least favorite Star Trek episodes. And please remember, if you haven't already, to back Wraith of God 3 Fear Hollow. You'll find a link in the description of this video. Fearsome for David Williams and EVS. The link is in there, as well as Dan's YouTube channel and my website. So all sorts of links in there to take you to fun, cool things. We appreciate you guys joining in. We can't do it without you every week, and I really mean that. And thank you so much for the super chats. We greatly appreciate it. And there you go. We will enjoy your vote winning day, and we will see you guys next week right here on Graybeard Studio. Good night, everybody.